Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong national anthem. Okay. Welcome to the Morning Ramble. I'm Matt.
I'm Eric. We are live.
Yes, unless you're watching this on YouTube, in which case we are not live.
Yes, unless you're watching this Saturday morning when it's posted, then no.
Or Sunday morning. We're not really sure.
This is the past. Back to the past.
This is the 4th of July podcast.
We're good.
Yep, we're fine. We're going to talk about things. Sometimes we have technical difficulties,
well,
and they just show up.
Yep, so if you're listening to this live, we apologize for the audio. We're just using our mobile devices. If you're listening to it on YouTube, then you'll have the crystal clear HD quality that you're used to here at the Morning Ramble.
Yes, 720 at best.
That's right.
Even though we have a 1080 camera. Anyway, what kind of stuff do we have to go over today?
A couple things, all America things.
I cannot take you seriously with those glasses on.
Well, they're staying on. No. I'll take them off. It's fine. All right. So, obviously, this was spontaneous. We didn't even plan this. Otherwise, we would have said it on Sunday. So, the first thing we're going to talk about are shoes. Yeah.
So, in case you didn't see anything about this.
Which is impossible, but you might have not.
It is possible. You might live in a hole. So basically, I'm sure a lot of people remember the Colin Kaepernick Nike thing.
I think that was like our second podcast, actually, when we first started.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
11 months.
Yeah, it's been a long time that we've been doing this. So basically, there was the whole kneeling during the national anthem thing. Colin Kaepernick then became the spokesperson for Nike for a certain ad campaign.
Yep.
And then now we're here.
What was that ad campaign about? Was it sacrifice everything, even if it means blah, 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 or something like that?
Believe in something.
Believe
even
in
if
something.
It means sacrificing everything.
That's right. Okay.
So basically, I don't know what that comment is.
We're not gonna. It's just someone started watching. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna respond to comments unless we feel like it.
I can't see them, so
okay.
Basically, what was going on there is Nike decided to make a special edition shoe for the holiday,
and they didn't announce it. They just, I believe, they mass manufactured it and they sent it out to all their distributors and stores.
Yes.
And then Colin Kaepernick found out what the shoe was. And he suggested, along with all of his other, I guess, activists, I don't know, that it is very offensive, I guess. Now, I sent you a picture of him if you want to pull them up, Matt.
I would love to pull them up. I've just got to find where it is.
Just go on the messages I sent you.
Oh, no.
If you go to the messenger. I sent you, I think it was like the last photo I sent you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you're watching this live, we're just going to show you the camera. You probably have already seen them. But so that's the shoe. It's mostly just red, white, and blue. I don't know if anyone can
see this.
You gotta just hold it in the middle. Oh, they can't see a camera on camera. It is just lit up.
It's fine.
All right, it's fine. We're just gonna talk. All right, so where were we? We were
but
talking
anyway,
about.
Basically, Nike made a shoe.
Yes.
It was a nice looking shoe. It had the original Betsy Ross 13-star.
13-star flag. So Betsy Ross, she made flags for the American government for I think close to 50 years, if my American history is brushed up well. But anyway, she made flags, 13 stars, the circle, first 13 states on the East Coast. And Colin Kaepernick said that it is offensive because this flag was made when African Americans, shush it. I know what we're talking about. We're enslaved. So, Matt, what do we think?
What do we think, Eric?
Well, what do you think? You go first. We're live.
All right. So, basically, the way I thought as soon as I heard this was, I don't know if Betsy Ross was a racist. Probably.
But doesn't
considering
matter.
The time period.
But doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. All right, so you mind if I see your phone? Because I got some stuff I want to pull up and talk about. So, obviously, I could talk about this.
Just don't look at my nudes.
Sorry, I will not. So, the way that I see this is that, first of all, this flag is a part of history. Before I go any further, I just want to say Nike is a private company. They can do whatever they want. I don't care. I don't care. But it's the reasoning for their actions that just bother me. So I'll show you one quick picture here. I'll post it if you're live. So this is Obama during his inaugural. What do we see above him on the Capitol?
Several types of flags.
Several types of flags. Okay, you probably can't see it, but I'm going to show you anyway. So that's Obama during his inaugural, and on the two outside we have 5 flags. 2 outside we have the Betsy Ross flag with 13 stars, and then we have the flag that was in the middle, which I think is 25. I'm not going to count. And then we have the current American flag with 50 stars. And I'm doing this to show that it's a part of history, you know? And, you know, if you're going to start saying things that, you know, because they were either created, made, or whatever during a time where certain people were oppressed, like, why would you want to forget history? I just don't understand. It reminds the first thing I thought of when I saw this, and I'm not making this up. Literally the first thing I thought of was a Family Guy joke. Okay? Brian and Stewie are touring Germany. Have you seen this episode? And they're touring through Germany, and they're going through the pamphlet, and he's like talking about 1938, where like some brewery was made, and then he's like, and then in 1946, and Brian's like, whoa, like you just skipped over 10 years of history, or like 6 years of history. He's like, we were on vacation, and they're like, no, you invaded Poland in 1939. No, they invited us. Punch was served. Like that's the first thing I thought of, because it's an absurd thing to forget that. And just because something horrible was happening at the beginning of our country's founding doesn't mean we need to erase all of history of what... Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Do you disagree? You could disagree.
I mean, I have a hard time thinking about how this pertains to Nike shoes.
Well, no, the flag...
Like, do I think that their decision to pull this product is stupid? Yeah, but I also think it's stupid putting a flag on clothing.
Well, I think it was just like, hey, here's the first American flag.
Like, whenever I see somebody wearing
like, it's
full
a very
flag regalia, I think that looks stupid. It's tacky and it's stupid. The flag...
How is this tacky?
The flag is a beautiful thing.
Excuse me, sir.
That's tacky and stupid.
Excuse me. I can see perfectly clear. This is completely...
Sure, buddy.
Okay, so... okay, I agree with you, though. You're right. I do agree with you. And honestly, it's all to push sales.
And also, I do find it unfortunate for Nike. Mm-hmm. Not that I care about Nike, the corporation Nike.
We don't wear Nike. We wear New Balance. Okay?
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Wait a minute. I lied. This is a Nike sandal.
He's cavorting with the enemy.
Yeah, right.
All right. So basically, do I care about Nike?
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. I find it unfortunate that they pulled all of their stock after already shipping it out. I'm sure that sucked for them.
Yeah.
But they'll just melt these shoes down and make them into some other tacky, stupid thing.
And then we have the people that are taken to an extreme. So I have 2 different things that were said about this on kind of both sides, and I wanted to show you because I think both of us are going to pretty much disagree with both of these people's views because it's just kind of like polar. So there's this guy, Michael Eric Dyson. He's a black activist. He's on a lot of cable shows and CNN and stuff. So he ends up comparing the Betsy Ross flag to swastikas and burning crosses on MNC. Like he's like, oh, should we just like start wearing swastikas for like would Germany wear swastikas for like, you know, to show patriotism? And I'm like, that's insane. To compare the Betsy Ross flag to a swastika, to me is a little bit insane because, you know, the point of that flag was like the start of America, the very first flag. The swastika technically didn't have anything to do with Germany when it first was brought in. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was just like...
There were several different cultures that used something very similar to a swastika, and generally the meaning was peace or hope or something like that. Very bad appropriation. Yeah, and then the other one, this is Candace Owens. She was in the news about, I think, 2 months ago. She's an African-American columnist, podcaster. She's a conservative. She ended up saying here, so people may not realize it, but what Colin Kaepernick and Nike are advocating for is segregation. They are telling black people that the American flag is not for us and that we need something to be separate but equal to represent us. They are introducing segregationalist mentality. I completely disagree with that.
I don't agree with that.
That's totally false.
Yes, I don't agree with that. I kind of can draw the lines of why she would say that, because it's what she's saying is that if you're saying that flag is
but when you think
offensive,
American flag,
yeah.
you don't think the
You think
Betsy
that one.
Ross flag.
It's
You
that
think of this one, which represents us all here on the 4th of July.
Right. And this one that I drink coffee out of. Again, not tacky.
Very tacky. And I say that as somebody who has a dress shirt that is the American flag, but I've never worn it.
I don't think I have American flag clothing. I think I just have this mug.
I mean, I do have American flag suspenders, and I have
Yeah.
2 pairs of them, but
Okay.
I mean, I've never worn them
I have nothing against
publicly.
that. As long as it's not an actual American flag that you like shredded to wear, like whatever.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I guess.
the
But what's
thing-
the difference?
I don't know. When I see that flag, I see the first thing I think of is Pennsylvania, to be honest with you, because it was the second state that was founded, and the 13 stars represent the
Yes,
first
and the
13
only one
states.
that matters. Screw
That's
you,
right.
Delaware.
Yeah. Take it.
I looked at that camera, not that camera.
But let's go back to the shoe, because what I want to say is it's to push sales. And also, guess what? Nike stock went up after this controversy.
Yeah,
'Cause of
Nike
course it
stock's
did.
been going up.
And
for
then now,
a
guess what
while.
I've seen? I'll show this to you. So now we have a lot of conservative companies. And other
Oh,
ones.
that's that veteran company.
Yeah, there's a veteran company that's coming out with their own shoe.
He
Actually, it's
also
kind of a
sounded off with the whole.
Yeah.
That was one of the
You
ones
can
where
see
it was
You
just
probably
like
can't, but
that made the T-shirt that says
Yeah.
"We kneel for the national anthem."
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah. I mean, I actually kind of like the shoe.
I mean, I do too.
It's kind of a nice shoe, and I like how the flag.
I
like
wouldn't
how it's
wear
more-
it.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I think it's better than the Nike shoe, honestly.
Yeah, and then someone else was posting like, "This is Betsy Ross's house." Yeah, so I forget why I sent that photo to you. Oh yeah, I was gonna make the argument like, "What, should we tear down her house? Why is his house up? The racists live there."
Sure.
I don't know. I wasn't trying to make that argument. I just wanted to say.
I mean, I like historic houses.
Yeah.
I very much enjoy them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just Nike trying to get into the news. Their stocks go up. Honestly, everyone who is disgusted with
Now,
Nike...
do I think that Nike thought that this would be a big deal? Mm-hmm. No. No,
You don't think so?
I think they are taking advantage of it.
You're right. You know,
But
I don't
think that they made this design and were just like, yes, it will be pulled off the shelves, costing us hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, right. Because
No.
well, did you see? I guess some people got the shoe before Nike officially pulled them, and if you go online on some of the websites, eBay and some of the other ones, they're being sold for people who got them upwards of, you're talking $2,000 to $2,500. So if you got a
People
pair
are
of these
insane.
shoes, yes, they are insane. I don't understand it.
That's bananas.
Yeah, but that happened. Yeah, so we don't really have any.
That's about all we have to say on the matter.
that
If you have
shoes.
any comments or anything,
Yeah.
toss them in the
If
comments.
you're commenting now while we're live, we apologize. We can't see.
We'll respond to you after we're done live streaming.
Yes.
If you do comment. And if you don't,
Yeah.
we won't respond to you. Mm-hmm. That's as easy
Yeah.
as it is. If you don't want to hear our voices anymore,
Yeah.
don't comment. Or stop watching. That's also a good way to do it.
Yeah. Be angry.
I also have an update on some of the polls
Okay.
from last week. If you're not a common watcher,
Last week we talked only about Democratic debates.
yeah.
And there was some poll fluctuations. We saw Harris go up. Was it 7 points? Up to 17 or 8?
She was regularly polling at 7%.
Oh, so 10% she went up.
She went up to just about 17.
And then everyone else kind of stagnated.
And then everybody else stagnated, but we have some news on that. She is now in second place.
Okay.
And it's a virtual, because of margin of error, it's a virtual tie with Biden.
That's interesting. I mean, it's still extremely early, but it is very interesting.
Well, the African-American vote is switching.
From Booker, maybe more people are leaving Booker, going to Harris.
It is heavily going towards Harris.
Yeah.
And her performance in that debate really did matter.
Yeah.
But now it seems like the polls are, like, the numbers
Yeah.
are really going down for certain people.
Yeah.
Like, Bernie and Warren are still
I
in
really
third
don't
and
think
fourth.
Bernie has a chance. I really don't.
I'm not sure anymore.
I don't know. I just don't think
He would
people
really
want-
have to make some waves right now.
Yeah, he would have to change something up, I feel, because he's just really riding on what was.
If Bernie
3
gets a
years
mohawk, I'm in.
Yeah. with what hair? Well, he does normally have his hair like crazy. Actually, during the debate, I noticed something. His hair was just a little too neat. That's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, he combed his hair.
Nice. He's trying.
Yeah, but Harris definitely. I'm not a big fan, but she is like Obama. She is an excellent public speaker and a great person to debate.
And that would be a good match against Trump.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be a very good match against Trump. I'm very interested to see how the next debate goes.
Mm-hmm. That's in September.
That's in September, and we'll be covering it then. But
yeah.
That is going to be a very strange time.
So speaking about Trump, what time is it? So it's 6:15. If you're watching us live in about 15 minutes, the salute to our country is going to be going on.
Hooray!
So Trump decided, I don't even need an article, I know what's happening. This is a picture, though, I'll throw this up, but this is a picture, this was taken, I think, around 2 o'clock.
Right.
So that's kind of, they got some mega speakers and stuff like that.
Trump's going to come out. He's going to be playing the bass.
Yeah, right. But I guess it's pretty much a tribute to all 5 branches of the government. A lot of people
of the military.
Of government, yeah. 5 branches of government.
There's the legislative, executive,
the judicial, the social. I don't know.
Star Trek and Star Wars.
Yeah. Excellent. So a lot of people are wondering, like, why is he doing this? Like, it seems like it seems like a very petty thing to do. I feel like a lot of people are saying, but this isn't the first time this has happened. It's been the first time in quite a while. So in I think it was 56, Eisenhower did this, bringing out all the branches of the military and tanks and all that stuff, having a parade. 1939, I think it was done, and I think JFK also did something similar. In the early 60s. So this isn't the first time that like tanks have been brought on, the yard there and stuff and paraded out. I mean, it'll be interesting. Trump's going to get criticism for no matter what he does, whether he does something or not. Am I for this? I don't know.
I just don't. I have a difficult time believing that Trump sees a bill for something. Yeah. Like this, because he's got to truck in a bunch of tanks.
Well, I think it's costing almost $3 million, isn't it?
That the official estimate wasn't out. Okay. They wouldn't say how much.
Okay.
He sees a bill of something, and because he's so wealthy, he doesn't see the actual cost of anything.
Yeah.
I truly believe that he is so out of touch with money that he doesn't. Really
I'm sure
care.
That's a thing. I definitely. Well, when you're that he's been that wealthy for so long.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter, he's been that wealthy for his entire life.
I mean, let's not like just focus.
I'm not just focusing on Trump here. I was just about to say.
Yeah.
The vast majority of politicians are the same way.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like Obama, wealthy. Bush, or Clinton ever went on vacation.
Yeah, they're all wealthy.
And you could start comparing numbers. Like I know a lot of people compare Trump going golfing all the time and stuff like that. But I mean, everything's to move the president from one place to another is going to be expensive. You have Secret Service, your Air Force One. I mean, you got people, support staff coming along. I mean, you got lots of stuff.
Was Pence brought back just for this?
I don't know,
because I don't know if you guys know this, but yesterday, Air Force 2. Which is the vice president's plane,
obviously, yeah,
was rerouted and sent back to the U.S. And I don't know if that was ever resolved as to why that happened. I mean, I don't know if it matters. Obviously there wasn't a terrorist on the plane, or otherwise we'd be having a very different conversation right now.
We're live for a completely different reason.
That'd be very different.
Yeah.
So what else do you want to talk about?
Really nothing. That was pretty much it, unless you want to talk about something that's not political. You can talk about Disney.
What about Disney?
The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about it. Why not? So Little Mermaid, because, we're talking about 4th of July, Trump. Obviously, The Little Mermaid comes next.
Obviously.
So an actress was chosen to play the live-action Little Mermaid for Disney.
Yes.
And there was some controversy.
Why was there controversy?
Because she was black. is black, not was. This isn't a different.
This isn't a Michael Jackson situation.
She is black. Hal Bailey, I think her name is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything she's done. She's a young actress. So everyone's freaking out because mer people. This is one thing I just don't quite understand. I think someone pointed out, and I completely agree. They're just like, there are certain Disney stories that you can't change. I guess you could say the ethnicity of the princess because it wouldn't make sense because it's based around their culture.
Right. Like, and so if it were based off of
Pocahontas, that doesn't make any sense.
That.
Or that one from Brave, Miranda, because it was a lot of Scottish.
Merida,
that's it. Who else? Mulan, that would make no sense.
Yes, that would be a controversy.
Jasmine and Aladdin, again, makes no sense.
Right.
Although I could see it. But
I mean, genies.
Who else? I don't know. You think I would know all the princesses with 2 daughters? But
I mean, basically, you might be able to tell neither of us care.
We don't care at all. So why bring it up?
Well, I mean, it was a big news story.
Everyone was freaking out. Everyone was calling people racist because they were criticizing it. I don't know.
They're mer people. They live
mer
under
people.
the sea or under the sea.
I don't know. I don't have a big attachment to the Little Mermaid, obviously. So I don't really get it.
I don't believe it.
I know. There's actually a toy right over there. That's my daughter's. That has a little.
There
mermaid.
Actually is.
Hold on, we gotta stop for a second. Hold on.
There actually is a Little Mermaid toy right there.
I don't even know why this is here.
There we go. There's our set piece.
So let's. Oh no, my headphones unplugged. Hold on. So as you could tell, she's not black.
But it doesn't really matter.
I don't know how to do this.
All right.
Anyway, we're done because this is going downhill.
Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Hold on. We can't end with it.
Why can't we not?
Why would we do that? So happy Treason Day, you ungrateful colonials. And I'm going to go watch Independence Day to remember when Jeff Goldblum saved the world.
I'm going to go cry over the state of our economy.
All right. We'll see you guys later.